What's up, guys? Today I'm just going to teach you guys how you get a 3.94 GPA in college. You know what? If your high school is also in a 4 scale, this applies to high school too, you know what I'm saying? Any aspect, bro. I don't know, if you're in like preschool or something and you need to get your GPA up, bro, now's the best time to do it, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to go to Kumon or nothing, I'm just going to teach you right away, right now. Alright? And for those that don't have any proof, I could just show you real quick. I can show you my credentials before you finish reading, or looking through the whole video. You know what I'm saying? I got you. I don't know if you could see it, but yeah, let me get into the high school first. So high school, I was playing games. I wasn't taking stuff seriously. You know what I'm saying? I had like 100 different personal issues for why I wasn't doing good. But yeah, I was just like, I was using like 1%, of my actual academic power, and I just wasn't feeling it. I don't want to just be like overworked and stuff. I don't want to burn myself out, so I was just like, I didn't really care that much. And then so I got like a 3.58 GPA. I can show you real quick. This is like the official overall after I finished my 4 years of high school. I don't know if you guys see it, but it's a 3.58833 out of, this is a 5 scale too, so 3.5833 out of 5 GPA. And then the rank, 149, 398. All right, not that bad, I'm saying? A lot of people. And then so college came around, I'm saying? I had to lock in and just focus up because I thought I was cooked, I'm saying? I was like, yo, I just spent all this time in high school, playing games, writing reps, playing basketball, and just trying to chase clout and be a class clown. I did all that stuff. I was just like, all right, I need to lock in. I need to come back because I thought I was cooked. I thought I was like, yo, I peaked in high school, bro. My life is over. I don't even know what the next direction to my life is. But then I really focused up. Once I went to the state school, I was like, all right, I gotta lock in. I'm saying? I let down my parents and stuff and my grandma, and I really had to focus. So let me show you the receipts. All right, so first semester, I secured the 3.944. I locked in. Then the second semester, I kind of sold a little bit. I got a 3.86, but overall, for my first freshman year at a state school, I got a 3.9 GPA, coming up 3.9 out of 4 GPA, coming up from a 3.58 out of 5. So, now you guys got the journey, so hey, let me get into how you do it though, since I know you guys are just looking for the tutorial. If you want to skip to here, you could skip to here, what I'm saying? But listen, the first thing you got to do is just you got to just go sit in the front of the class every single time you have a chance to. If there's a lot of people just because I know there's not going to be a lot of people that want to or have the confidence or even care enough at school to want to sit in the front of the class. So there should be those seats open in college. And you just want to take that front row. If it's a lecture, you want to take that front row. If it's a small classroom and you're doing a discussion, just have always try to get to that seat in the front row. Because it's almost always going to be free. And if you really have to, I've never had to sacrifice going to class early just to get a seat. I might usually I go 1 to 2 minutes early, or sometimes just on time. But yeah, usually I would try to be at least around 5 minutes early, just so if anyone is on the seat, which it's almost always free. It's free seat right there. Always, yeah, just go for that front seat. It'll make you a lot more focused. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. That fear of why you don't want to sit in that front seat. It's either there's only two things. It's either you just don't care enough about school to sit in that front row, or you're just too scared. You think the teacher's gonna call on you, or you think the whole class is gonna think you're a nerd or something. If you really want to lock in and get that 3.94 GPA or 4 GPA, then you gotta just sit. You gotta make that sacrifice and just sit there and face your fears. You know what I'm saying? This is life, If this is what you want to do, then you just got to do it. No more excuses, Sit in that front class, and I promise you, you'll be more focused. If the professor calls on you, you just go answer, you don't have to answer every single question, but it's more important to just sit there so you get into that mindset and that like reality that like, oh, I gotta focus up in this class, I gotta listen, because there's no distractions. You pull out your phone, he's gonna kick you out of the class, or he might not even care, but like that's just gonna be weird, you like pulling up your phone in the front row of class. You know what I'm saying? So it just prevents you from all these like different type of distractions that could like get you messed up, and not focusing on the class and stuff. And also like it's just like the attention's just like a lot better, and overall like you can also hear the professor more. Like if it's like a quiet speaking professor and you're sitting in the back of class, you might like doze off and just like start eating chips or something. Like I don't know, yeah, it's really important to just sit in the front of class and always just like it's not really about like the participation. Actually, if I think about it, I think it's more about like being able to like, if you don't understand something, just ask the question. You don't need to be scared. Like I had like, I was like, oh, I have social anxiety and stuff, and I do have it. I get anxious every time I walk into a class, and I get anxious while I'm sitting in the class because I'm scared like, I don't know, other people are gonna be mean to me or like try to make fun of me or try to hurt me, and so like, I've just always had anxiety since like puberty, so like I know how it feels, but like there was only one goal and I just had to chase it. So I was like, you know what? If I really don't understand something, I just gotta raise my hand and ask the teacher. Like there's no shame in that. There's no shame in trying to be better and trying to understand what you did wrong. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta like have and face that humility in order to get better academically. And then so yeah, that's pretty good. And also like you don't wanna just like take like crazy notes, bro. Like just because anything the professor says, you don't have to just write it down. You really gotta think about it, process it, and then write down what you think is important. I don't know how many times like I gotta tell you guys this. I know it's my first time telling you guys this, but like you gotta just like you gotta listen, think about if the stuff he's saying has any like purpose or like meaning towards like an exam, or like you like thinking about or understanding the processes or whatever he's teaching. Like if it's math, like you want to just like understand what he's saying first, and then write down like a really small, like maybe a bullet point about what's important. You just really want to get the principles down. You want to focus on the bigger picture and everything that's important, rather than just writing everything down. Writing everything down is just like turning you into a robot. You don't want to just be a robot. You want to be focused up in the class. Like, all right, he just said like this thing about like derivatives or something, and okay, this is the formula for how to solve it. That's the most important thing you want to write down. You can write down like the whole problem and like all these 100 different problems that the professor's gonna do in the lecture, but the most important thing is understanding like the practice and the theory, not the actual like equation. You know what I'm saying? It's like deeper than that, and you need to focus on what really matters, not this like not the bigger, like not the overall like, oh, writing all these 100 different words down. Because if you write 100 words down, you're just learning to be a typewriter. You're just learning to be a copy and paste machine. You're not learning about like the actual like process on how you want to solve something. And then yeah, so that's one of the most important things. And I kind of rambled on, so it's also like many different points that I just like spoke on. But yeah, those stuff is really important. And also you just really want to like get homework done right away, like as soon as you have free time, like right after the class. If you have like a nice little like break in between the next class, and you have enough time to go to the library or go to your dorm, wherever you like studying or doing homework, just grind out the homework right away. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's due a week from now or a day from now. Right after you finish that class and the professor says there's homework, you go do it right away. And getting into that discipline and that mindset will like get you way ahead, because then you'll be like, oh, I'm already done with this. It wasn't even as hard as I thought. It was just like I was overthinking it. And then you might be more motivated to like do the same thing in the next class. It's just like building this like good habit of just like getting homework done right away as soon as possible. And then like also like, since I was like so hungry to like try to transfer out to like a better school, I just decided to like focus and like really like just try to get ahead in the class. Like I was like, oh, I already understand this stuff for like this class in math. So why don't I just like go ahead? Why don't I just like do the homeworks since they're already out for the future weeks? Now, if they're not out, then Like, obviously you don't have to, but if homework is out, like, in an easy class that's for future weeks, like, why would you not just do it? Then you don't even have to have homework for the rest. If you just grind it out now, you don't have to do it for the rest of the semester. You know what I'm saying? It's chill. It's like, it's also a good thing to do, you know? Just, like, getting ahead in future work. Like, because then you can understand, like, the future principles and stuff. Like, look into future notes if you want. You know, if that's really what you're focused on. But, yeah, that's really important. And also, if you don't understand something in the class and the professor's teaching, like, not that good, then just, like, learn it outside of class. Like, honestly, I'd rather, like, why would you go keep looking at the professor's notes and the slides and the lectures if you don't even understand what they're saying? If you have time, you could transfer out, but if you're locked in on that class and you can't drop or, like, swap from the class, like, just focus on focus on stuff like on YouTube or Google. You could just search up whatever, you know, like, search up whatever for the class, because, like, you don't want to, like, burn out your brain, like, hate yourself for not understanding something just because someone may not teach it necessarily good to your, like, learning style. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what fits for you and how you can learn the best, you know. And also, like, just, like, try to study, like, very important, like, small things. Like, if you already know it, this is pretty, like, obvious and cliche, but, like, if you know it, like, you don't have to, like, scan over it over and over again for repetition. You really want to focus on the stuff you don't know, because that's going to bring your test up overall, like, your test scores and stuff up overall. It's not about, like, studying the same thing over and over again. It's about studying the things that you're not good at and the things that you definitely need to work on and, like, make sure you get right before the exam, because that's what really matters. That's how you get that overall, like, test score up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's just my journey for how I, like how I did really bad in high school. Not like really bad, but, like, I didn't do, like, that good considering I got, like, a 3.5, like, out of, like, a 5. So that's pretty bad. And, like, for at least from my, like, parents and stuff and my standard. And yeah, but yeah, and then how I went from there to state school, and then from a state school I realized I had to focus up for my future, and then just, like, grind it out, get, like, a 3.94 first semester, 3.86 second semester. You know, I slacked off a little bit. I was like, you know what, I'm alright. I'm gonna transfer into the best school I want. You know what I'm saying? Day one, I went into the state school's, like, advisor, like, academic advisor. She was like, oh, what's your plans for this year? I was like, I'm transferring out. I'm not going to be here next year. I didn't even have a guaranteed transfer to go wherever other school, you know, but I was like, you know, I'm going to be out of here, and I'm going to be at a different school. I didn't say better school, but I was like, I'm going to be at a different school, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, set that in mind, you know, all right, like, I put that thought in my mind, and I was like, all right, I just need to work for it. Like, I didn't have a guaranteed transfer. If I had a guaranteed transfer, all right, obviously I would just get, like, a 3.0 and just, like, get by whatever. But, like I was hungry. I had that hunger again, like, that hunger to just, like, chase something, set my mind to it, chase something, and just complete it, you know what I'm saying? For myself, for my family, for everything, you know? And that was it. So 3.94 first semester, 3.86 second semester, and then I 3.9 overall for my first freshman year, you know what I'm saying, in a state school. And then I transferred out, and, you know, like, the rest is history, you know what I'm saying? I'm in a better school now, and things are going good. Yep. Thank you guys for watching. And then share with your friends, you know what I'm saying, if they're trying to, like, get better academically, you know? And also for motivation. I think this video was pretty motivational, I'm going to be honest. All right. Thank you. Remember, if you liked the video, all right, I don't even need to say this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. All right. Bye.